So last time we left you in Grenada. We just finished the circumnavigation after 8 years of sailing around the world. 2 babies, 1 pandemic, not the fastest circumnavigation. We finally finished, and we're obviously not on the boat anymore. We have now jumped to real time. We're gonna go back to Grenada in the videos in the next weeks, but right now we just wanted to give you a little update about where we're at in life, what's happening in terms of the Nahoa 55, our next boat, and just talk to you.
Hi.
So where are we? Where are we, Ash?
We're here. We're right here.
In person.
So we're at the Annapolis boat show in Annapolis, and it is a beautiful city. We are having such a wonderful time here. It's been sunny for the first couple days. I think it's supposed to pour rain tomorrow. But we've had just an amazing 2 days meeting so many of you who watch us and follow along, and our patrons. And it's been so cool to finally get to say hi to all of you who watch us, and it's a real special thing. We just haven't had this opportunity in so long. We've just not been in the right places to get to say hi, and it's a whole nother experience. It's been a lot of fun.
You know, you put out a video and it gets, 50,000, 100,000 views, but I couldn't imagine standing in front of 50 or 100,000 people.
Welcome to the 2nd Annual International Cruisers Awards.
Right, so you are hosting the event tonight. You won YouTube Creator of the Year last year. Yeah. And there is a lot of people here this evening who you have inspired in a tremendous way. I've been speaking to people who are buying boats because they watch you guys sail around the world. This is a big deal, and you're having a great impact.
Yeah, for sure. Right now I'm very nervous about hosting the awards, so I'm not thinking about that part yet.
I took them in before and there's like 400 seats all laid out. It's like very intimidating.
Yeah, especially
How have you been getting used for this?
I've never ever done anything like this, so I'm pretty nervous.
This could be an absolute train wreck.
Could be an absolute train wreck.
Right, okay. Good luck. I hope it's not. I think you'll handle it.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Right.
Now, there's a lot of people, man. There's a lot of people.
Right, have a good evening, gents.
Okay.
See you in there.
Thanks, man.
Nice one, mate.
Well, the International Cruisers Awards is the most prestigious award ceremony for sailors in the world, and winning any category in tonight's proceedings can be life-changing for those lucky enough to be finalists. Last year we had the honor of winning Best YouTube Channel Award, and our lives have never been the same since.
Since winning Best YouTube Channel last year, we no longer can go into marinas without someone calling the police. Pause for laughter. Oh, did you write that? Next up, we have the Remote Adventure of the Year. The finalists in this category all took a wrong turn somewhere down the line and ended up in the sticks, in a whole world of trouble.
Such an honor to present this award tonight. The winner is Sailing Nahoa, the Viso tribe in Madagascar.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you to all the sponsors. Thanks for everyone here and all the content creators. You guys are all amazing.
Thank you so much for honoring our circumnavigation.
This is a huge privilege to be standing here.
Thank you. Often, there's fishermen around us and locals, and you don't really get the sense of who's watching on the other side. So it's really cool to meet some of you, and it's humbling, honestly, to see you and hear your stories and how we've inspired some of you, and we hope to meet a few more of you here at the boat show in the coming days.
We want to give you sort of a bit of a life update, current situation, and mostly about the Nahoa 55, because it's been on our mind a lot since we've gotten Nahoa back and finished the circumnavigation.
Yeah.
So let's start with a life update. The kids aren't with us.
You got your monkey where? Let me see.
Yeah, thanks, Bodhi. I like monkey.
So, I would let you go sometime.
See you.
I'm really glad they're not with us. It's not the place for 2 small children.
Yeah.
I could imagine Bodhi yelling at the top of his lungs. And it's not the place for him. The kids are home with my mom, and it's been really kind of Good. We've been having a lot of discussions here about the Nahoa 55. We've been meeting with our designer, and we're nearing completion of the structural design phase. So we've had some renders done. They're really, really cool. For me, it was incredible to see the inside come to life and get a glimpse of how she's going to look on the outside sitting at anchor.
It's completely different looking at the renders because it's a realistic or somewhat realistic life representation of the boat. Normally you look at the design in 2D, sometimes 3D now, but most of the time it's just line drawings in 2D from side or top view. Or cross sections, and now we're able to see the boat as in its setting, in its natural habitat, as you might say, cruising the world. So that's been really cool. What's happened to date is we now have a 3D structural model with all the frames, all the hull plating, bulkheads, all the handholds. Every little piece of aluminum is modeled in this 3D model. And from here, you have to then go to shop drawings and also cut files. So all the little pieces are going to get put onto one piece of paper, making the most efficient way to cut out all those pieces from one piece of aluminum. And there's still a ways to go with that, but at least the structural model is complete and the structural analysis has been done.
And it's sort of brought to light all the things that we haven't specified yet on the new boat. And it's been it's kind of like eye-opening when you walk around and you're like, oh, look at all these vendors. Oh, I guess we're gonna need some of this stuff. A lot of things go into a boat. It's everything from electrical systems, navigation systems, to dinghies and outboards and toilets and
installation, heating, cooling, water maker, all of these things go into it. And what we've done is we've designed the Nahoa 55 to be the ultimate boat for long-term cruisers. And what we're seeing here at the boat show, they're amazing boats, but oftentimes, putting the water maker in is an afterthought, or putting in, a washing machine might be an afterthought. And that's not what we're trying to create here.
I've had a lot of fun looking at the other boats and seeing all the the finishes and the nice things. And that's kind of where I want to get to. Foot controls. We are on the H8, I say we lightly because it's me. I'm all alone. Ben's editing a video and we've got no time left at this boat show, and it's the last morning, it's Sunday morning. And this is the forward cockpit on the HH66, and I finally got to come aboard here, and I've been set loose because I was chatting with Seth for far too long. So this is what a 66-foot racing boat looks like. So this boat is totally pared down. It's purpose built. This is a race boat. And I don't know if any of you have raced before, but I used to race. And I used to race monohulls, and I was often on a Santa Cruz 52. And they would take all the panels out and doors off and everything. So racers, fanatical racers, this is a boat for that. Whoa, check this out. That is cool. Carbon fiber sinks. Check these out.
They're actually J-shaped, so they go down and then they come back up. I don't know, something like this. So yeah, they provide 50% lift.
So J-shaped like this, 50% lift. So this boat will lose half its displacement when they're actually foiling on those foils. Crazy, isn't it?
Let's touch on some of the features that we've been working on over the last couple months and kind of give you an insight of where we're going with this boat.
Okay.
So do you want to talk about wine glassing?
It's like a glass and it holds wine, and it has, I should get one. So this is a wine glass, and wine glassing on a boat isn't much different than a wine glass. Basically, it's taking the hulls and flaring them out a little bit so that it creates a little more volume in the hulls. And basically what we have done with the Nahoa 55 is flare out the outside of the hulls, called wine glassing. We've wine glassed, I don't know, it's a weird word. We've wine glassed the hulls to create a little more volume in the hulls, because it is a performant boat. The hulls are kind of narrow, and we wanted to just get a little extra space. So we squeezed in a desk, a little more room for the beds, and a little bit more room for things like washing machines.
The thing with wine glassing, though, what you have to remember is that underneath the waterline, the hull is still narrow. And then above the waterline, 50 millimeters or so above the waterline, it starts to come out like a wine glass. And the beauty of that is that you have less surface area wetted, so less drag, but you're still getting the interior volume of the boat. And you see that on a lot of boats out there now. Some might be more like a bourbon glass instead of a wine glass. We're kind of sticking with the wine glass.
Yeah, we might be more like a white wine glass and less like a red or bourbon. Yeah.
So that was a big change. The other big change has been, for example, the back platform. On most catamarans, the hull or the area between the back pontoons is underutilized. So aft of the aft cockpit, between the back steps, there's literally a huge area that is empty when the dinghy is down and you're at anchor. So we have had David DeVilliers, our designer, come up with some sort of system where we can flop down a platform when at anchor and the dinghy's down, and be able to walk around across the back of the two pontoons and sit on there and fish from there, or get ready for a dive and those kind of things. Kite from there.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun for the kids too. So I think it's just another platform for adding more space and livability when you're at anchor. And that's where you spend most of your time. So it's really, really good to come up with things like that to help make that more fun.
Yeah.
It's a fun platform.
What we have done as well is loop a gentleman by the name of Shane Young from he has a channel called Young Barnacles, and
if you haven't watched them, you should go check him out. He is a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, he's a very detailed gentleman who's actually currently working for one of the America's Cups boats. But we've looped him in because I think what we have to say is, like, we're coming from a lagoon catamaran. We're not going to pretend to be performance experts. We haven't sailed around the world on a performance boat. But what we can do is bring in experts like a naval architect, like someone like Shane, who works with really fast boats, and take some of their knowledge and meld that into our boat, the Nahoa 55.
A lot of people have been asking us why we chose an aluminum boat. And Ben, why did we choose an aluminum boat?
There's a lot of reasons. So after 8 years of sailing around the world, I look at boat maintenance and, it's not my favorite part. The favorite part is getting to the destination and spending time at the destination. Look, there's a boat for everyone on the market. You can see it here at the boat show. You got condomarans, you got performance boats, you got cruising boats, and honestly, for us, the ultimate boat would be a boat that is an expedition style catamaran. It takes us north, takes us south, takes us to the tropics, and does so safely. With aluminum, I think a few questions have come up. Isn't aluminum a problem in terms of dropping a penny in the bilge? And yes, there are downsides to aluminum, just like there are downsides to fiberglass or carbon fiber. Every boat has different issues, different ways of taking care of it. If you look at all the serious expeditions boats out there, whether it's Skip Novak's Pelagic or some of the other French expedition boats, they're all aluminum boats. And the reason for that is because of the material. It will bend before it breaks if it hits something, whether it hits a piece of ice, a rock, a log. And through all the sailing over the years, we've seen some stuff in the water. It's probably kept us up at night, and that's kind of why we're bulletproofing this boat, is to make sure that when we do hit something, and you will hit something, whether it's a fish aggregation device in Asia like a bamboo raft, or a metal cylinder off the coast of the Philippines, or logs on the west coast of Canada, it's not going to be an issue. So that's why we're going skeg rudders. We're not quite sure about mini keels. We're
still debating that one.
There's some talk about dagger boards in there. We'll get to that in a future episode. But yeah, basically we want a bulletproof boat for our family.
We're going to be looking at insulation and how to insulate it properly so it's not too hot and not too cold, which is another concern a lot of people have. So we've been talking a lot about that recently. We feel that for what we want to do, this is the right boat for us.
I just want to touch on a couple little things because I think they're really crucial to a long-term cruising boat, and one of them is ventilation. We're thinking about airflow through the boat. For example, we've added some windows at the back of the bedrooms that can open to allow the wind to flow through. Right now on our Lagoon 410, there are no back windows, so you got like a dead wind space where we sleep.
Yeah, it's going to be an incredible learning experience for the next few months because there's a lot of choices to be made. And they don't have to be permanent because we're not actually putting all that stuff in yet, but I think some design concessions are made and you plan for it and then you have to kind of go with what you've chosen. Yeah. So it's important to be happy and have done your research now.
Yeah, so when most people buy their boat, there's an options list and they tick off the options they want. With our boat,
we're starting to make that options list.
We have to create the options list before we can even tick it off. So yeah, that's kind of where we're working on right now.
And I guess we should touch on what's next for Nahoa and the olive catamaran.
Yeah. A bunch of people have asked if it's for sale. And
not yet. We're hanging on to Nahoa. Someone said, "Oh, I thought you fixed it up to sell it," and I was like, "No. I fixed it up because I wanted a nicer boat."
All the systems aboard Nahoa are ready and perfect condition, near new. So we're basically going to cruise the Caribbean probably and the Bahamas for the next season. I mean, cruisers' plans are written in sand at low tide. We'll see what happens, but
we have mentioned going through the Panama Canal in February. Don't know why.
Sailing all the way to Australia or New Zealand. We'll see. I don't know. We're staying put on Nahoa for a while. We're gonna work from there, edit from there, raise the kids from there, and keep sailing until the Nahoa 55 is closer to completion, and then we'll probably put our current boat up for sale. So that's the plan.
And where should people go if they want to know more about the Nahoa 55 or when Nahoa 410 is going to be for sale?
Yeah, everything's available on our website, sailingnahoa.com. We have updated the page with renders of the Nahoa 55, some details of what we've been working on. So you can check that out. Links to getting in touch with our naval architect as well if you're interested in purchasing one or building one. So yeah, check that out. Otherwise, I think we got to go to the YouTube booth.
Oh, snap, we better get going. So bye for now, guys. And next week we'll see you back in Grenada and where we're hauling the boat out.
Yeah.
And you know where we are. But we'll be putting it back in very soon.
Yes. Bye for now.
Bye.